I came back from a 3-day trip to find nothing but splinters and silence in my backyard. Where my shed once stood, the one I built with my father's tools, the one that smelled of sawdust and oil, there was now a flattened patch of dirt. In its place hung a bright orange notice. Unauthorized structure removed per HOA compliance. No call, no warning, just gone. I stormed down the street to the president's house. He was watering his roses, cool as if nothing had happened. When I asked why, he adjusted his sunglasses and said, "Community rules, my friend. Sheds like that ruin the uniform look." Uniform? The word felt like a slap. I told him I had a permit. The city signed off years ago. He just shrugged. "Our bylaws take precedence here. You can appeal it at the next meeting." Then he turned his sprinkler back on. For the next week, I stared at that empty patch of dirt. The HOA didn't just tear down wood and nails, they tore down memories. My father's old hammer, his level, even the carved initials on the door frame, all of it dumped somewhere, but grief turned into curiosity. I started going through property records, survey maps, permits, anything tied to this neighborhood's foundation. And that's when I found it. A faded blueprint from the original subdivision plans. Turns out the HOA Clubhouse, their prized meeting spot, wasn't entirely on community land. 5 feet of its foundation and part of its patio stretched onto my property line. 5 feet. The same amount of space they claimed my shed encroached. I checked with the county clerk. My deed confirmed it. That strip was mine, legally and permanently. So I got to work. A quick call to the building department, a small permit for temporary fencing installation, and a weekend's worth of lumber later. I had a new project. Saturday morning, the neighborhood woke to the sound of drilling and hammering. By noon, a tall wooden privacy fence cut straight through the HOA Clubhouse patio. It blocked their mailbox, sliced through the pathway, and stood directly in front of their glass doors. I posted a clean metal sign in the center. Private property, no trespassing. The first meeting after that was pure theater. Half the board was locked outside, the rest squeezed into the side door like clowns in a car. They called, they emailed, they threatened, until I sent them scanned copies of the property deed and the county permit. The president showed up red-faced, waving papers and shouting about community spirit. I stayed calm and said, "You removed something that stood on my land." I did the same. Days passed and their perfect clubhouse became useless. They couldn't host parties, no one could park, and even the mail carrier refused to step inside the restricted zone. Finally, they called a truce. They offered to resolve the boundary issue amicably. I suggested a fair price for the disputed 5-foot strip, $20,000. They paid, reluctantly. That weekend, I tore the fence down myself. The sun hit the wood just right, and for a moment, it smelled like my old shed again. Type fence. If you're one of the strong ones who know how to draw their line, like and subscribe for more stories.